Peace, beautiful people. It is I, Shogun K, back like broad straps and full flats on a Cadillac. Sheesh, I'm here with it, back with another video. Today's video is called Serial Killer Realizes He's Been Caught 45 Years Later. Do-do-do-do-do. 45, 47. Do-do-do-do-do. If y'all know, y'all know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get to it.
Hi, good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Let me get.
This man is 74-year-old John Arthur Gettrue, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret, and things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway and I accidentally hit your car.
Which one?
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Take a peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Sure, something.
Yeah, go ahead. Hands behind your back.
Wait
Face
a
the car.
minute.
Go ahead, face the car.
All right, watch this.
We'll talk to you in a minute. Anybody else in the house?
No, my wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the front seat of a police vehicle.
Take a seat.
You want to rest on that
You're
seat?
gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes.
We'll take care of your dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house. Get that guy out of the house.
Hey, I was about to say the same thing, bro. That was cold-blooded. Who would not come outside for that? You get a knock at your door early in the morning and somebody like, oops, I turned around in your driveway and accidentally hit your car. Who ain't finna come out and see? What? My car? Oh, yo. But yo is 72 or 74. Can't remember which one it is. He's married. He got dogs. He been living high off the hog. And he's allegedly a serial killer. Let's see what happens.
Months earlier, cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved for 45 years. DNA from the crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace a family tree and identify John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, as the primary suspect. Investigators bring him in for questioning, hoping to uncover the truth. Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something far more sinister? The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before.
So I'm Sergeant Cortez, okay? I'll let you know what's going on and why you're here today,
Yeah,
okay?
I'd like to know.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Gettrue.
Gettrue?
Getreu.
Gettrue. That don't even sound real. Y'all might want to double check that. Gettrue. Now, I'd heard of Gertrude, but Gettrue? Nah, see, that's already some smoke in the city right there. Gettrue. That sounds like a serial killer name. John Gettrue.
Okay. Were you ever in the military?
No.
No. Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of his life
Kind of like a chipmunk. A little bit. That like an anime character, don't he? A little bit. Maybe because it's black and white. I don't know. But he's from Ohio.
moving frequently due to his father's long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S.
And he ain't got no lips. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave it alone. It just, I don't see any lips there. Do y'all? It looks like a slit. Like I said, like an anime character. It's just a slit, a little line, a dark line across for the lips. You feel me? Like that. The eyebrows. Bro, the eyebrows are thicker than the lips. Pause. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
military base.
Now, you mentioned that he had never been arrested. And I found out something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about
I
that?
was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation is especially jarring, given that he's here today on accusations of his involvement in a completely separate murder.
So you was already arrested for murder. So when somebody asks you if you ever been arrested and you say no, I can see you forgetting a parking ticket. Oh, I was arrested because I didn't show up for court for these unpaid parking tickets. It wasn't really a big deal. I was in and out there over the weekend. I probably forgot it was 30 years ago. Ain't no way in hell you finna tell me that you done forgot you was arrested for murder.
Come on, man.
Who was you playing with? Now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of what is it called? I forgot what it's called when you just gonna let it play out. We're gonna let it play out some more.
Tell me about what happened. What was the accusation against you?
I killed a chaplain's daughter.
Okay.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
No.
With this young female?
No.
No?
I didn't even know her.
The young girl, 15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old.
Wow.
The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home.
So he said he didn't even know her. And they got evidence saying that he met up with her and was walking her home?
Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
You didn't even know her? Why did they arrest you? I mean, if...
Probably the next day.
Okay.
After they found the body, I guess.
Okay. How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me, walk that direction or walk towards the school, or
Okay.
it was an elementary school.
Okay. Did you... I mean, I don't know the details of what
I
happened.
don't know the details either, so
Okay. Did you actually meet this young lady?
that's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison. Because of
Whoa. Hold up. Gertrude. Mr. Gertrude. This brother asked you, had you ever been to prison before? Benefit of the doubt. That's the word I was looking for a minute ago. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but like I said a minute ago, you don't forget a murder. And you damn sure don't forget serving 10 years for RAPE in Germany. Sexual assault of a young girl with 15. You damn sure don't forget that. Hey, you know what? Just because you lying already about something that happened mad years ago that you already served your sentence for, guilty. Guilty as charged. We're going to keep going.
his age at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence. Then he walked free.
He didn't even serve the 10 years because of his age of 18. They don't let him serve 75% of that. He served about 6-7 years and came home after murdering and raping somebody. That's crazy work. Germany, somebody from that's German explain this to me.
And so you spent actually 6 years in prison?
Something like that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what happened?
I just was dropped off at McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the United
Never heard
States?
a word from him. Nothing.
Okay.
After returning to the United States, John moved to California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police Department?
Yeah, Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Okay. Can you tell me about what happened there?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I
It's
was
just
accused, interviewed, and that was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I got to ask you.
Yeah.
This allegation that this young girl made against you that you sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that and then not even tried, then nothing's happened. Like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. Didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I can't.
the hell you mean that you know of? This the second allegation of sexual assault. And they asking you if you served time for this one, and you not that I know of. You don't remember going to jail for sexual assault? You don't remember a judge saying guilty and a jury of your peers saying that man there is guilty beyond reasonable doubt? You don't remember that? Seem like those would be pivotal moments in your life, even though you're 74. Unless you got dementia, those is gonna be pivotal moments in your life, sir.
So piddly that
It didn't.
Yeah.
You weren't. Didn't go to trial or anything
No.
like that. Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply.
Wow.
He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit.
California, what the hell is going on? This man got some dark forces on his side. He go to Germany and actually unalive a woman, rape her and unalive her, and get 10 years, only serve 6, come back to Cali, sexually assaults a girl, strangles her, and force her to do it with the threat of being unalived, and he get 30 days? Not even 30 days. Hold on. He didn't even get 30 days. What did he say? Hold on. Let's see what he said.
After 5 were suspended.
He was found guilty of assault of a teenage girl in 1975. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I ain't go. There we go.
When the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after.
He only got a 30-day sentence, yo, and all he had to do was serve on the weekends to get those 30 days. That's crazy. And he acting like he don't remember nothing.
5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation. Okay. Are you familiar with the with Palo Alto area, Stanford area, the hills in Stanford?
yeah.
You ever go out there? You
I
ever,
was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
what hills? Which hills are you talking?
Well, we were out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills,
Okay.
and I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stanford?
No.
No, you never went to that area?
No.
Okay.
Now, how you remember that so efficiently? No, I've never been to that side. You remember hiking with the boys, but you don't remember this exact location. It's not even possibly, I'm not sure. But when it comes to murder and spending time in jail, you're like, I don't really know. I don't know if I did or not. I'm not really sure. Huh? He pissing me off.
So I'm investigating there's a murder up there in the hills. Would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Leslie Marie Perloff was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk at the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California, in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around her neck and had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John,
Wow.
who at the time worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You ever see this young lady? You know her?
No. Who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered. Do you ever see her at all?
No.
She look familiar?
He gonna say, nah, who's that? He just told you there was a woman there investigating a murder. You ever been in this part of the woods? Look at this picture. You recognize her? No, who's that? The person that was murdered, brother. You know exactly who it is, because I feel like you are guilty. And you know what? I gotta apologize to Germany, and I gotta apologize to Cali, because back then they ain't have those background checks. I found out from watching the Ted Bundy case. The reason Ted Bundy was getting away with so much stuff is because different police fractions in a city or in a state didn't even communicate with each other. Meaning, like, if you had, let's say you in Cleveland, right? And you commit a crime in Cleveland and you fled over to Cincinnati, which is 4 hours away. That sheriff's office in Cleveland doesn't talk to that sheriff's office in Cincinnati back in those days. They kind of had their own jurisdiction, kind of did their own thing. So even back in those times when these things is happening, it was kind of concealed probably to Germany. You know what I'm saying? Those records were in Germany. Once he left, he served his time. It was nothing. He comes to California, he gets a job. There's no background checks like that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of serial killers in the early 60s and 70s and 80s got away with that because a lot of the police officers didn't associate with other police officers of different branches. They didn't exchange evidence. They didn't do that type of stuff. They kind of just held their own jurisdiction down unless they were looking for a specific person. So until that happens, though, you could potentially go to this state, do something crazy, serve a little time, shift to another state, do something crazy, serve some time, and they wouldn't even know. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. They can kind of just jump from place to place like that. Crazy, but that's how they was getting away with it.
Leslie's 1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old quarry near Old Page Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No,
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
no,
No?
no, sir.
Okay. Do you know the name Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
No.
No? Okay. She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh, no.
Okay. I had to ask.
She's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would
very
be
cute.
she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford. Yeah, Stanford graduate. Yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
Curiously, the sergeant hasn't shared with John that Leslie was a Stanford graduate.
Why do you say she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way she dresses and all in
Okay.
this area, you know.
Sure.
But, you know, I didn't say graduate either. I said, you know, she's a college kid.
Oh, okay. Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I said. She was strangled.
Mm,
Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
nope.
I know that you were accused of a sexual
Yeah.
assault, right? Would you ever think about committing a sexual assault?
I have no reason for it.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
part of the investigation. When you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
It's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
In this investigation, if your DNA was on this young lady, why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder of this young girl?
Nope.
As the sergeant continues to press for answers, John inches closer to a major mistake, not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's transferred, right?
Yeah.
What-
This can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
Okay, tell me about
Yeah,
that.
one is semen.
Okay,
One is from the mouth.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only two that I know of.
Okay.
Now, if there's some that are bodily, I mean, other than these two transferred, then it's totally different.
Okay. And you know about technology now, advances in
Technology is
technology.
getting good.
Yeah. So there's.
They're catching them every day. They're
Yeah.
catching
How do you think your DNA would be on a person?
Don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Especially this person or these two persons.
What two persons?
He didn't say your DNA was on the other person, the other girl. You're talking about the case that you got acquitted for when the lady came forward and you only did 30 days. Was DNA found on her? Is that why you had to do 30 days?
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah. There's two different places you're talking about.
Okay. One of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. And then up on what hill? Well, you mentioned the hill.
You mentioned it.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other one? Because I don't remember another one.
Well, there's the two girls. There's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah, I mean the okay, wherever she
Okay.
was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
While the sergeant doesn't yet know it, another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974, 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered. 21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sandhill Road in the same Stanford Dish hiking area.
Wow.
According to news sources, she'd also been assaulted and strangled to death.
Damn.
The serial killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades, until now.
I think I'm at a point in my investigation that, you know,
I'm guilty, and that's it.
well, I'm trying, you know, well, there's a couple things, John. Your DNA's on her.
yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to find out who did it. What I'm trying to find out is why you did it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you know more than you're telling me.
No, I wish I knew.
With John refusing to admit the truth, another
John, you sure is thirsty. That's the thirst you get when you nervous. You know what I'm saying? Some people get the shakes. You know what I'm saying? Some people break out in hives. You know, you thirsty. You getting thirsty. You need to drink them 2 little espresso cups, the whole thing of coffee. Now you drinking a soda, and you ain't asked to use the bathroom not one time, sir. And at your age, I know you normally got to use the bathroom every time you take a sip.
investigator joins in the effort to obtain a confession, and the added pressure will soon tear his lies even further apart.
It's not an accident that your DNA got there. Your DNA and the type of DNA and where it is on the victim, there's no other explanation.
Mm-hmm.
You committed this crime. We know you committed this crime. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What we don't know is why. And we're going to give you the opportunity to explain it to us.
You don't have to. I thought about it, and that's all I can think of. No.
Know what?
No, I'm not guilty.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you right now you are.
Okay, fine.
Okay? You had to have known this day was coming.
Yeah, I know that. But why it took so damn long?
As they
Oh,
put-
if you innocent, sir, why would you ever be thinking this day was coming? Why would you ever be thinking that the bodies of these young ladies will one day be connected to you? If one, you never knew these ladies, you never seen them, you weren't friends with them, and you never been to the area in which they found the bodies. Why would you think this day is coming? Like I told y'all from the beginning, this man is guilty. Get true? You guilty, buddy. And finally these families can get some closure. All these years later, some closure. Cause you going to jail, sir, for the rest of your life. Whatever's left of it, you going to jail for the rest of your life. Ain't got the nerve to sit up here and be happily married with a dog and a picket fence.
Help me! Help me!
That's what you gonna be screaming in jail. Yeah. You over here raping and strangling and ditching bodies, bro, from the 70s. And then you got the nerve to just move on with life like everything is kosher, everything is cool. And then when you get caught 4 to 5 years later, you gonna ask the police what took so damn long? You knew it was coming? Wait till your wife hear about this, bro.
Emotional
push
damage.
harder for the truth about Leslie, John once again let slip that she wasn't the only one he left in the hills.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever, you know.
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people. There's two girls. Unless I misunderstood him. They were killed within probably an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day or who knows.
Wait, why would you say that? When did the cop ever say anything about specifics of when they was killed and the time between each two? Only a person that did that would know that. He ain't said nothing about when they was killed. He just, as far as time periods in relation to one another, he never brought that up at all. Oh yeah, you just hanging yourself at this point. Get a rope.
Do you remember? How do you remember those details?
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or media about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that he showed me. If that's the girl there with, the other picture, I doubt it.
What's that?
I mean, look at the body.
Mm-hmm.
It could be somebody else. I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't recognize her?
No.
Because that's not the girl that you
I'm
killed?
not questioning. I don't recognize her. I've never seen her.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
You didn't kill the girl in Germany?
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was 18 years old or younger.
In a final confrontation, investigators forced John to face the mounting evidence against him.
There's a situation in Germany where a girl ends up dead and you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a situation
Here. That was
years later after you came back to the States where a girl ends up dead and you say you weren't there, yet your DNA is there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the chances are of that happening?
I don't know.
What would you do if you were us and you were investigating this case? What would that look like to you?
There's a brick wall.
What do you mean there's a brick wall?
Well, I mean, you found out, you couldn't find out, so.
What do you mean I found out and I couldn't find
Oh,
out?
nothing. I'm just let it go.
Well, you understand it's my job not to let things like that go, right?
I have nothing to say about it.
It's got to be quite a burden, John.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to put the questioning from here on, unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay. Thanks, John.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Gettru, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million bond. In January 2019, DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John. In September 2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 21-year-old Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades behind bars for good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first.
That's right.
According to multiple news sources, John Gettru died of natural causes on September 22, 2023, at the age of 79. His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases. Wow. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon.
Check out their Patreon if y'all watching this video. They got a lot of videos. I'm going to try to do as many reactions as I can without, you know what I'm saying, without boring y'all, I guess, giving too much of the same. So if y'all want something different, let me know. But crazy, this dude went and spent his whole life, 4 to 5 years, after committing these heinous crimes. But thank goodness that DNA evidence is what it is today, and they're able to go back and backtrack because there are so many unsolved cases. Now, on the flip side of that, here goes the flip side of the DNA thing. On one end, it's like, yeah, it's great. You can go back and find DNA and match it up and solve old crimes. On the other thing, it's like, yo, is it possible that this could be abused to the point of you have cold cases that you just want to get rid of? This person's already in jail for life. He's already, you know what I'm saying, unalive 7 people. Can we put the other 4 from our district on his joint and say his DNA connected just so we can close these cases out from 1964? You know what I'm saying? Like I always wonder if that's happening as well. You feel me? Because a lot of these cold cases, they're cold for a reason because you have there's nothing to go off of, no evidence. It's been so long. There are no more crime scenes. You know what I mean? Things have been built up, moved around, shifted, evidence lost, buildings burned down. You know what I'm saying? Evidence came up missing. You know, it's so much that's happened since the 60s and 70s. So when they are using these DNA stuff, I have seen people getting exonerated because of it. So I'm cool with that. I love that. And I love the fact that we can find people that did this stuff and went off living their life merrily. But on the flip side, I kind of wonder if they'll throw people on other people just because to close some of these cold cases out, which I don't want to happen. So I guess only time will tell, man. Let me know what y'all thought about this video. What do y'all think? Was that just punishment? Do y'all think he got just punishment? I don't think he did. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he did. He killed what, 4 women, 5 women? Raped them all, killed 5 women, threw their bodies, discarded their bodies like they was nothing. Went on to get remarried, live a life, got caught at 72, died at 79 in jail. Like, I don't know, man. I don't really feel like justice was served to him. But vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. So maybe there's something waiting for him after. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of torment for him after. But that's crazy. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Till next time. Peace.